All right, well, as you can tell, I am not in any setting that I have been in on my more recent videos. I am driving. The angle of the camera might be a little bit off. I apologize if that's the case, but I am driving through the wide open spaces of Wyoming. This is kind of an annual thing, actually. I have had my share of videos that I have done for you over the years on this particular trip. 5 years in a row now, Gillette, Wyoming, the school districts down there, have had me come to their school district and speak and work with their coaches, sometimes their kids, sometimes their parents, but always their coaches. And so it's become a yearly sojourn, so to speak, for me to drive from my town up in Livingston, Montana, down to Gillette, Wyoming. It's also been a yearly thing where I come to you from this trip. So I always enjoy it because I get a lot of thoughts, a lot of ideas. So you'll probably see a few from me right now. But I just finished speaking to them, and got a few different things I want to talk about. I'm going to tweak this camera a little bit. There we go. But one of them is exactly that. The fact that this school district has committed to professional development for their coaches and for their athletes and sometimes for their parents. And kudos to them, the Campbell County schools. Zach Schmidt and Mike Delancey are the athletic directors at the two schools there, and they are trying to bring, you know, the type of experience that teachers have in terms of professional development to their coaching staff. And it's an important thing, and I appreciate them having that type of foresight to do so. And it's not just about me coming in or about proactive coaching, who I speak on behalf of coming in, although I'm glad it's me and I'm glad it's us. But it's the fact that they say, you know what, it's important that we do what we can to help provide our coaches the opportunity to get better every year. Unfortunately, not enough school districts in this nation do this. A lot of them do, and that's great. And this is our busiest time speaking. Last week I was up in Browning, Montana. Next week I'll be in Albany, New York. All of our speakers with proactive coaching are in various places around the country over this time of year, because this is when school is getting back in session. This is when fall sports have kicked off. So most fall sports around the country are now in practice. Some have started contests already. And but yeah, this is always our busiest time because of that, because it's the time when we bring it all back together. So kudos to any of you who you know, are athletic directors or principals, people who, you know, make the decisions, who say, you know what, we need to provide this for our coaches. Because if you think about it, probably I would imagine most principals, their main focus is the academic setting and the academic environment in their school. And yet, I would imagine most principals would also tell you that a large number of the issues and problems that come up in their schools are not in the academic setting, but in the athletic setting, in the athletic arena. Now, those principals who have good athletic directors, and especially in the larger schools where the principal can be a little bit more insulated from things, they often don't have to deal with those things because the athletic director does. Those of you in small school districts know that you a lot of times are all of it. You're the superintendent, the principal, the athletic director. You have to handle all of it. And it's one of those things where I think principals and superintendents often are making mistakes by not providing this type of professional development for their coaches, and they're setting themselves and their school districts up for more problems, more parent issues, more kid issues, because they are not providing for their coaches the same thing that they provide for their teachers. Professional development to help them learn how to better handle the variety of things that come up. We all need this, no matter what realm of the world you work in. You need help, and you need more ideas, and you need guidance, and you need the word development. And so I think it's great that a school district like the Campbell County School District in Gillette continues to have us back each year. In fact, they're talking about having me back, multiple times in the year. Last year I spoke in Plevna, Montana, very small school district. They had me out 3 times during the year because they were committed to trying to help their coaches. I actually spoke with teachers as well, but they were committed to creating a culture that said, we want to provide kids the best opportunity to have a great experience here. And so, I say kudos to those of you who are doing this, and I say to those of you who aren't, why aren't you? And again, not me necessarily, or proactive coaching, although we'd love to come work with you, but you need to really think about the concept of providing this for your coaches. I think that if I were an administrator in a school district, a superintendent, a school board member, principal, I would start looking at the concept of on the salary scale for coaches and supervisors, that you build your salary scale to climb, that coaches can climb the salary scale for coaching based on the more professional development that they do. And so while you will want to provide them to professional development, give them an incentive to go out and get more. Because these coaches who I work with, okay, they have to do things to improve. If they don't, they're going to run into problems. Why do we have it for teachers? Because teachers are needing guidance and needing help and needing strategies, to deal with their classes, to deal with classroom management issues, or to deal with whatever it might be, right? Well, the same goes with coaches. And so let's do what we can to continue to provide for them the opportunities to grow, to develop, to improve, and to feel confident in the handling of their job in the very vast and many different ways that they need to do so. So, as I say, congrats to those of you who are doing this, and to those of you who aren't, get on board. Start looking to, bring people in to help you, provide ways for your staff and for your coaches, your kids, your parents to get some development, get a chance to keep making this a better experience for the kids. Because ultimately, when those good things start happening, kids, have a better experience. And in those places where they aren't happening and there's problems, kids are the ones who suffer. So, yeah. And if I can be of any help in, getting us here, getting us to you, please don't hesitate to reach out and contact me. I'll do anything I can to help you. Those of you who are coaches who are watching this who are not the decision makers at your school district, get this to them, forward it on to them, or get in touch with me, and I'll reach out to your athletic director or your principal or superintendent and offer them the kinds of things that I can offer you guys to help you grow and help you develop and help you become the best that you can be. All right? All right. I got more coming from the road for you here coming up next. We'll talk to you then.